So y'all know how a lot of people were complaining about Route A and its complete deviation from the manga, but supposedly it was based off of Ishida, the writer's original drafts of what he originally wanted to do with Tokyo Ghoul in the later halves of the original manga. Well, apparently a lot of that is BS, because according to a big leak, a lot of Ishida's original draft wasn't even used for Tokyo Ghoul Route A, the second season of Tokyo Ghoul anime. And to be honest with you, what I think was the reason why they went about doing this is because they didn't really care for the backlash that they got from season 1 of how they sped through the manga and a lot of things were missing and everything. So they came up with this brilliant idea. Well, we want to do more because season 1 is a humongous success. So how do we do that and not get bitched at by the fans about not doing exactly the way they want it? Well, let's say it's Ishida's draft and this and that and it's artsy fartsy. Let's do it like that. And ultimately they still didn't really care about doing it that way. They were just like, let's just say this, but ultimately do whatever the fuck we want, so that way we can have a filler season and not really give a fuck. And that's really what I think their mindset was. But in reality, I don't think they should have gone about that at all that way, because at the end of the day, Tokyo Ghoul blew up because of that season 1, regardless of what the manga readers were bitching about and everything. It blew the fuck up and people loved the shit out of it. They should have just said fuck it and went straight through with the rest of the manga, even if they had to speed through some of the material. They should have just kept on with that because it worked with season 1, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I have a list of a lot of the things that they actually were supposed to include in season 2 if this was supposed to be Ishida's original draft, but ultimately they didn't put in there. So I'll kind of talk about some of the things that they actually had, and I'll link in the description so you can see for yourself the entirety of it. So for starters, Kaneki still keeps in contact with Tsukiyama, Banjo, and the gang, as well as Hinami, and that is very vital because of what's going on right now in the Tokyo Ghoul manga. The relationship that Kaneki had with Tsukiyama is very vital in the second half of the original manga, because it ultimately built some sort of friendship, especially in Tsukiyama's head. Like, he grew to care about this motherfucker. So the fact that that was excluded from Route A, ultimately if they do decide to do a reanime or something along the lines of that, it's not really going to work, because parts of the manga and all the character development and the build-up and everything is gone, because Route A didn't even do a lot of these things. So like an obsession that a character has with another character that is stemmed from like a friendship that they had formed, and it's not even in season 2, then it's not going to really make any sense. Another one is somehow the Ghoul restaurant is still involved when Suzuya fights Tsukiyama and calls his Kagune Poop Kagune, which is fucking hilarious. Aogiri goes to get information from the nurse Taguchi about Kano's lab. Kaneki tells her he doesn't want to kill her, and she gives him the information in fear. He lets her go, but then Tatarak then kills her and makes Kaneki eat her corpse. That is fucking sick, and that'll be the huge build-up right there for making Kaneki go into this dark state that he ultimately went into. And honestly, I wouldn't even have been mad if that was in the original manga, because that's just so fucking sick. Imagine that shit. Like, that would make any motherfucker go even darker and darker through paths of life and shit like that. So even in the manga, I thought that that would have been a nice touch, to be honest with you. Kaneki goes into Kano's underground lab with Ayato, Naki, and Tsukiyama. Shinohara, Amon, Akira, and Suzuya head there as well, following their research about Kano. To be honest with you, I think Shinohara had way too much fucking screen time in Route A, and I do think that was actually a part of Suishida's original draft in a sense, simply because Suishida really likes that fucking character. He was in the one shot as well as one of the head inspectors, and to be honest with you, a big part of Route A, the motherfucker was practically the main character. So yeah, Suzuya and Tsukiyama fight again, and Suzuya identifies him as Poop Kagune. Ha, poor Tsukiyama looks outraged. Yeah, I mean, I'd be outraged fucking too. Kaneki finds Rize and speaks with Kano almost as per the manga. Huge thing that Route A fucking missed out on is Rize in general, one of the main reasons as to Kaneki's character. But then again, they missed out on Kaneki's character because he was just like a silent fucking wanderer throughout the fucking season 2. It was just like he never got any of that. And then you take out Rize, one of the key players and something that's very instrumental to Kaneki and who he ultimately is and how he became that way, like the mental stress that it put on him, you know, the delusions he had and everything, and then you completely skip out on that. Yomo busting out Rize, like, yeah, Rize's return, it's just, how the fuck you miss out on that? Kano joining Aogiri, Tatara plans to attack Kakuria, that's the jail if I'm correct, as they walk away discussing this plan. Ayato tells Kaneki about Shachi and his surname Kamishido, another big thing about the mystery of Rize's past and her name and everything, something huge build up. Like, they just completely excluded Rize once again with all this draft I was supposed to have in there. Like, that would have been very fucking good to have all this Rize stuff, because she's fucking important. Tokyo Ghoul started with Kaneki and Rize, and she was still supposed to be a key player later on, but Rude was like, Main character, important character? Fuck out of here. We don't need that. Rize is kept in Anteku's basement, and it is Toka who sees Rize in her starved state. That would have been so fucking sick to see Toka's reaction. It's like, how do you take this out of here, man? Seeing Rize like that and Toka's reaction and how she would respond to that, her mixed feelings about everything, like, what the fuck, you know? Kaneki heads back to his Ward 6 home where Hinami happily greets him, like the relationship that they had as well, you know. The second half of Tokyo Ghoul really built a lot of relationships with Kaneki, and even though he became a lot darker and, you know, the white hair and everything, still ultimately a lot of people, when he went into the real Ghoul life, the Ghouls accepted him and really liked him and everything, so these relationships were poof, gone from the anime. And a lot of this, why I'm kind of stressing over it and it pisses me off, to be honest with you, is because, well, one, I fucking love the anime, and I feel as though it just kind of destroys these relationships. And if we do get a Tokyo Ghoul re-anime in like a year from now, which they could do in a year from now, even half a year, because there's a decent amount of content already, it's not going to make sense either, which, let's get a reboot. I mean, I love season 1 to death. I know it has problems, but I really fucking love season 1. But if it means getting an awesome reboot that is going to follow the manga verbatim and lead into I'll go with that one, baby. There is a shower scene. I want to know about that shower scene. Kaneki and Hinami spend time together, and after Hinami falls, I hope the shower scene wasn't that, because then that's kind of but Kaneki and Hinami spend time together, and after Hinami falls asleep, Kaneki speaks with Banjo about the Kokuriya attack. Yeah, Banjo pretty much written out, which Banjo in the manga after a while actually became one of my favorite characters. I really liked Banjo. I thought it was cool that he was this buff motherfucker, but he was kind of like a gentle giant, so to speak, in a weird way. Like, yeah, let's get rid of Banjo, right? Banjo asks Kaneki if he is still serious about what he wants to do, and Kaneki confirms that he is, and he wants to protect everyone, and he will find the one-eyed king and kill him, which the trailer for Tokyo Ghoul Route A teased, and none of that shit went down, and I'll link everything so you can check it out for yourself. But this is a fucking travesty, because so many of these ideas and everything would have been so fucking amazing to have in it, and again, if we ever get a re-anime, it's gonna be weird if it just follows these events. So hopefully we get a reboot at some given point, especially for season 2. I still will fight for season 1 because I love season 1. I think season 1 did a lot of good things, and it's responsible for the enormous success that Tokyo Ghoul has had. So yeah, season 1 I really fucking loved. It did have problems, but season 2 they could have done something amazing. Even if they stuck to the true original drafts, it would have been fucking awesome, but they didn't. Let me know what you guys think about this. Does it upset you that they fucked up so badly on Route A? I mean, granted, there were some good times with Route A. I really enjoyed episode 1. The finale was pretty awesome, and there was a few episodes in the middle, and the soundtracks were amazing. But as far as the content itself, the relationships, the character building and everything, they could have done so many amazing things, and Ishida literally laid it out for them, like, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. Oh, fuck out of here. We're just gonna do what we want. Your overall thoughts of this? It's fucking bullshit, but it is what it is. Studio Period. It was your move. At the end of the day, they still wanted to fucking have the last laugh. That's a laugh for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.